Jeff Saturday won on a Sunday, right? The head coach of the Indianapolis Colts took care of business. They beat the Raiders in Las Vegas. I know you're a football historian, Howard. What did the win for Jeff Saturday and the Indianapolis Colts, what did it do you think, for just NFL circles, especially when it comes to the credentials and the resumes needed to be a head coach?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't see too many teams going outside the box and doing something like this on a permanent basis, but who knows? Because I think sometimes, not sometimes, Kirk, a lot of times, is that owners don't think outside the box. And that doesn't mean you go out and hire guys who've never coached before. But to me, most teams, most owners, GMs, whoever, when they're hiring guys, they don't look for true leaders for that head coaching spot. They're not looking for a leader. They're looking for the hot coordinator. What's the point? I mean, just because you're great in the dark room during the week with the tape rolling and you're putting together good offensive or defensive game plans, it doesn't mean that you can be a leader of an entire roster. And that, to me, is what the biggest thing for a head coach to be. And that's what Jim Irsay was looking for in Jeff Saturday. Everything I've seen during last week and after the game was how he just established that aspect of it with his team and let all the assistant coaches coach. And boom, all of a sudden they get a nice win with Matt Ryan back at quarterback. So, and I was saying a lot of these things last week when everybody was all up in arms about how can you do this. It's an interim head coach. I mean, that's what it is. And sometimes that's good not to have a guy on your own staff, because when you hire an interim coach from your own staff, what are you doing? You're giving a whole bunch of added responsibility to a guy who already has a whole lot in whatever position, or if he's a coordinator, whatever he's doing now. It's basically a no-win situation. So he might have changed the narrative for interim coaches. I don't know about being a head coach, but I do think, like I said, that teams should be looking more for leadership and all of those things. And it's not only leading players, it's leading your coaching staff too. That's what teams should be looking at more than just who happens to be the hot coordinators at that point when the job's open.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.